Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It is Skylar of Skylar Scribbles, and it has been a while since I've done one of my flip throughs. I did miss September because at the end of September I was coming back from vacation, and then October got really busy with work. So I'm going to do my flip through for September and October in this video. If you haven't subscribed, you should, because I've been posting very regularly this year about all my planners and journals and stuff like that. And it's been really fun. I plan to do it again next year. So there have been some slight changes, but nothing huge in my books. I will start off with my mini, or I will start off with my planners, because I did start a new planner in October. So my mini I used throughout September. Yeah, I used this planner throughout September because I was able to add a section for my cruise to Canada, and this is how I did all of my like quick hand memory keeping while I was on the trip. Like, I did try to go back and put some pictures, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I just needed notes as the days went through the trip that I could write things down, and I could use this to fill in other things later. But this is how that sort of like journaling went. The sun is coming through. I feel like the sun is still going, whatever. But yeah, this was how I sort of did my quick memory keeping as I went on the trip, because I was on my trip, so I didn't have all my things with me. I might have had all my things with me. Usually I tend to bring, I do bring the things, but I don't think I bring all the things. So that's why I rather jot things down somewhere. But as you can see, I wasn't using it that much anyway, except for when I went on the trip. And I did the second week of our trip. It was a 9 days cruise, so it was very fun. But yeah, after that, I didn't really use this anymore. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. And I saw the Happy Planner release, and nothing like called my name out really. So I saw someone do a planner release. I forgot, not a planner release, or a planner review. I think it's called like Planner Lookbook. I forgot her name, but I'll link her YouTube channel. She's been going through a bunch of books, but it's not only restricted to like boutique, like specialty planners. She also did like Target planners. And so this is a planner that I got from Target. And it's very basic. It's just a horizontal layout. It is rather, it's way bigger than a well, this is like a B6. I'm thinking this is more like an A5. And I have been thinking about going into like an A5 or half letter disc, but I have a lot of mini Happy Planner things. So that's what I've been looking into. But this is how I used it in October. And I do like how much space it is, but it's like, I think this year I've just learned that like, I like to know what's going on, but I don't really care to plan things like every day. I don't know. And then I'll say something to contradict this later. It's just very strange. It's very hard for me to like make a whole plan throughout the week. So I am going to keep this, I think, and take it into 2026. I may or may not get a mini Happy Planner eventually, but this is just like, it was cheap. It was $10.99, so like my heart will not be broken. I decorate it a little bit, but it's not like highly decorated, so because it is on these coils. And I do think with this kind of notebook or planner, I won't keep it at the end. I did pin some stuff in the front here because I had some goal tracking that I wanted to do, and then I wanted to remember my TV shows. But other than that, this is just a planner taking the place of the mini. The mini might come back into play, may not come back into play, but I am just playing a little bit because I don't think I like to, I don't think I need to, really. I don't think I need to plan intensely. And I think that's why I was in the mini happy planner at first anyway. I don't know what that is. But yeah, anyways, those were my planners. I will continue the Target one. Mini happy planners on the back burner for a bit. But still, even with that Target planner, I probably will not be in it that much. I just need a place to write down some plans in case I have them. This is the N1 Sterling Ink common planner, but I got it in the booklet system. So we're gonna start off in September. These stickers are from the Giving Girl. Yeah, and I got the whole like pack. So I have so many cute little fall fairies to use. And I really, again, I love this layout. I love how I memory keep in it. This is more like a quick memory keeper. I review, I reflect a little bit up in here. And in September, I started doing this like habit tracker, but it's not a habit tracker in a sense I'm trying to do all these habits. It's just like, I want to see if I do the habits. I think I have a goal of being like creative every day, or like being able to play or relax. I don't know, every day. I think I have the time to do it, and I have multiple activities and hobbies I could do to fulfill that. So I just want to know which activities I do actually do. Like, it's not like I must do my cross-stitching, reading, doodle, and play my game. That's a lot. Does it happen sometimes? If I'm on my, on the weekend maybe, but I really do love, I really like it. I had enough space to still do reviews and stuff, so this sort of like habit tracking thing on the weekly might come more into play. I want to lean in and do more of my hobbies. I'm learning that I have time to relax and enjoy myself, so I want to. Now this and the next week are the pages of me going to Canada, and I use my mini happy planner pages like to help me fill in these pages. And so I actually printed out the pictures and put them in this book because this is like my main memory keeping book. And I really do love how these pages turned out. I am very surprised every time I do like a memory, like an actual like trip memory thing in this size, because it is just so big and it is just so, I don't know, I'm just able to put so much on the page. I also did my other trip, which you guys have already seen, but it amazes me. I was trying to find it in the other book. But yeah, it's just really fun to try to like summarize a trip in this layout. I think it's very cute. And I enjoyed it. So this is my first week back. This is last week, very fun. And then this is this week. And yeah, I just wanted to, I got the new Pokemon ZA game and I think it's fun. I also see where I'm gonna struggle because I always forget the moves that affect the other side. It's bad, but it's fine. I'll get it down. But yeah, and this week I wanted to track the TV shows I was watching and when I watch them, because I always forget when my TV shows come on. And this is next week. And then I have another spread of the fall fairies. But yeah, this is going great. I do love it. It's very easy to maintain and I'm having fun with this one. So the last ones, oh no, are my bullet journals or the dot grid journals from Archer and Olive. They're not bullet journals, but they are dot grid journals. So I'm gonna go with the 8x8 because the 8x8 is not done. So let's see, what did I do? I'm behind in this one because I wanted to do some memory keeping for my trip. and so it's just not there yet. But this is, 1 minute, this is, yeah, this is the page. These are my pictures. I have finished a few pages, and I have actually kept some of the stuff we collected on the trip. I'm not sure if this makes it a junk journal. To me, it's still like a scrapbook. I'm leaning more scrapbooky, but I still have a lot more stuff to go and to paste. So I know that I might just skip ahead and do October, because it's gonna take some time to do September. Because I was out for so long, it's just more pictures, so more pages. But yeah, I like this book. I'm just behind in it, and that's okay. I like the colors that I went with. The blue, I really like it. Anyways, this is my like monthly book, and I have been thinking about how I'm gonna do this next year. I don't know if I should go for another square or B5, but she thick, and I sort of want to try a B5, but I feel like the B5 might be too big. But I do like the 8x8. The 8x8 is really nice. The only other change that happened was I wanted to use this booklet. I think I showed it in August. I wanted to use this book by Archer and Olive because I wanted to see if I wanted to be in an A5 again, because I've been experimenting. I feel like the B6 and 8x8 and even the B5 to a certain extent is pretty fun to be in. But it's just, I've always been an A5. So I wanted to give the A5 a chance again, because maybe I just forgot what it felt like to be in an A5. So I think I was in this book August and September. So this is how my pages looked. I think that I'm just used to a smaller page. And yeah, I just think I want a smaller page. So that's why the pages are pretty blank. I did like these. I did try to take this on the cruise to see if I would like it a little bit better, but no, I don't think I like it that much. I will say one thing I found out with the B6 is that I don't always date my pages, and I think that like I'm really used to like a dated journal for the daily page, but I'm realizing that it's actually maybe be funner, you know, might be funner to not date the page and just like make a spread about something random. And I think that's why I like the monthly book, because even though it's tied to the month, it is sort of like, I don't know when this happened in the month. It's just something that I enjoyed around September, probably. This is a book that I set up for October. When I got back from my trip, I was like, do you really want to set up a journal? I don't think you have the time to set up for a journal. And then I did it, and I'm so glad I did, because I really like this little book. So I tried to make some goals at the beginning, just some journaling, some lists, a little list, you know, it's not too intense, but I did turn it the other way, horizontally, and I like how this looks. This is something that I saw Helen do on Coffee Monsters Co. with her pocket, question mark, maybe. So sorry if I was too zoomed in. But yeah, these are how the pages are looking. It is very cute, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's whatever I need it to be. I do want to go back. I have a bunch of doodles. I want to go back and finish my girls in pen, but we'll see if I do that. But yeah, it's just a fun little time, and I like it. I like decorating the pages and stuff, but I would call this probably, if not anything, this is like probably my most creative journal, because I draw in it. So more like a creative journal sort of situation. And with me starting that new game, it might turn into more of a gaming journal, so I remember how to play the freaking game. So that was that it? I think that's it. That's it for the most part with my journals and stuff. So what's going into the last quarter, the last 2 months, the holidays are these 3. Yeah, and then my 8x8 as well, off to the side. So I'll be maintaining these for planners and journals until the end of the year. I did get my order, and I think I talked about this. I did get my order for 2026 from Sterling Ink. And I'll show you it really quick because I did set it up a little bit. I could do a setup video, but I've realized that for some reason I like decorating when I feel like decorating. So that's why there's not that many videos on it. But I made this cover. It is, don't look too close, but it's the cutest little, I found, well, wait, no, this fabric was from Joann's, and I've been keeping it because I was like, I don't want to mess it up. But it actually does fit my A5 Slim Sterling Ink Common Planner. And I got the full year version. I got the paper from Coffee Monsters Co., of course. And the inside, I'm not totally sold on the stickers in the middle, but I did like finalize how I want everything. I did a washi dashboard because like I have too much washi. I've not shown you guys. I have a washi problem, and yet I still keep on buying washi. And you know what? I showed you that, but then I also have this. So that's why I can't get any more of Helen's washi because I have too much of it. And then I also have a drawer full of washi, and I'm not showing you that. Let me know if you're interested in that. But like, I can't keep on buying all this washi. But that's why I'm like, let's try to decorate some pages with washi and use up some of that stuff. But I did the front. I got ideas of what I want to do on each of these pages, but I haven't really like done anything yet. But I will say this page, this is where they have like the, what is it? 1 year, half year, quarterly, monthly, weekly. And that doesn't work with me in my brain. I don't do that. So I was just going to treat it like, the board that I made in my 8x8 and try to get bingo. So I have to find a bunch of things that I want to do next year, which to be honest is not that hard. I always have a list of things that I want to do or things I wish to do. So I'm trying to do like this sort of style and these pages with that little chart so they won't go to waste. I think this past year I used this as like a self-care or like maintenance, and like maintenance meaning I like to get my hair done and I forget when the last time I get my hair done. And so if I can see it in one chart that I got it done, I know how to plan the next hair appointment basically from a quick glance. So that's what this mostly is for. And any big trips because I would want to get my hair done before then. I'm not sure about these quarterly pages. I'm pretty sure I would more likely use these pages than the monthly. And I'll show you. I tried to like decorate the monthly already because they had December, and it's cute, but like I don't like monthlies for some reason in a journal, because this is like a journal. This is going to be like the same exact thing that I did this year in the N1. So it is a horizontal, and I really like the horizontal. It's a little bit bigger. Very excited about that. I think I could decorate it a little bit more heavily. The only thing that I'm worried about with next year with this notebook is one, I'm not worried about the paper because the paperwork this year, so the paper should be fine. I'm worried about how fluffy, how thick it gets. And to be honest, I'm very amazed that these pages aren't fluffier. With all the stuff that I've been putting in with them. So I'm hoping that it's gonna fluff up, of course. I'm gonna use stickers and stuff, of course. But I hope it's not too bulky. I have a plan though, maybe. And then back here will be like daily pages, but again, do I want a day per page? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I plan to start this in December. That's why I put this calendar here so I could tell myself in December I can start. I am worried about, what am I worried about? I'm worried about not having enough pages. Is 360. I'm worried about not having enough pages because I am a journal girly. And when I start the year off with something, I tend to keep it. I tend to go in, I tend to keep on doing it. It's very easy if I start the year with a nice new journal. So I am worried that what if I love it so much, I just use all the pages, not in December, but like it doesn't make it the whole year. So we'll see, because if that's the result, then maybe I should get like the weekly in one book and then get a notebook that's blank. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this is I'm gonna start using it in December just so like I can get used to like not having any pages, getting used to not being an Archer and Olive notebook, which is fine because I think that like I don't use heavy markers. I know what markers doesn't work, but the most of them do work on this paper. I did do a pen test with all the ones that I usually do. I don't see any bleed through except for the click art pens, but I do see some heavy ghosting, which it didn't bother me this year, so like it shouldn't bother me next year. So I am slightly worried about the paper, but I do have, oopsies, I do have a backup plan if for some reason the paper doesn't work for me. But anyways, this is my 2026 journal. Is going to be my weekly like memory journal. And that's another thing. It might be my weekly memory journal and maybe it might be my planner. I don't know. I think I wanted to try all in one thing. I remember using the Hobonichi and I remember that's why I like the Hobonichi except for I didn't like the weeklies. And I think I want to try to do something a little bit like that. So I don't know. I'm excited. This is like my main choice for next year. I will probably use some Archer and Olive books, but which size, I don't know. I did buy a Hemlock and Oak undated book, and I think that's for if I don't like this. Same layout, undated. So like if I'm going through this mid-year and I just can't keep up with it or I don't like it, I can go to that. But it's undated, so I can use that anytime. But yeah, this is my new setup. I did want to show you the back because it was cute. But yeah, I am very excited for 2026. I'm trying to make up all the things I want to do in 2026. I'm trying to get through it this year too. Because things are popping off at work and I'm just trying to say, isn't it almost Christmas time? Yeah, but this is for next year. And I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.